develop an application. As I told you that we can at the start time here we are telling that which specific application, which specific layout, sorry, which specific layout will be compiled, constructed, and show out on the screen. Now what I will do, I will try to create a new one. I mean, as we have seen that we want to create that specific layout. How we can do that, I will show you, and then how we can change that particular layout to the new one, and then I will also show you what is the R and ID and everything. Okay, so I will just go into the layout folder, right click on that particular layout folder, and I say that new, I want to create a new layout resource. So what we can say that our email underscore layout, because that's what we want to create, and look at that, the root element by default it is showing me that constraint layout. I can change it. I just type ILN capital L. Okay, remember that, case sensitive. So capital L linear layout, when I do that, it create that particular linear layout for me. And look at that, it's a vertical one. And look, the screen is actually divided into the horizontal boxes. Understand? So now what we want to create here, I want to do something that maybe I can say that the background color, what, black. It's not going to work, I suppose. If I go into the design view, okay, I select that particular layout, and look at that, we have that particular specific button. If I click on that, we have different colors here. We have Android colors, background color, maybe we want to black dark. Let's see if I want to select this one. If I go back, I can see that particular specific layout. So we can see that at the rate of Android color / background dark or something like that. Now what we want to add on the top, what we have, two. Okay, so we say that we want to put an edit text, not match parent or width match parent, but for the height we want match wrap contents. Okay, and then I say that I want to put a hint over there, so here I see the 2. Now the point is it is not showing up me, it means that we need to go and change the text color. Maybe we can say that again, primary, sorry, sorry, it is not a text color, hint color, text color hint. Okay, if I just go there, it show me that something like this. You can change that whatever that color you want to have it here. The other thing, if you look at that, it has some space on the left and right, and maybe a little bit space on the top as well. So what we can do, we can put some inside, I mean, what we can do, we can put all these things in each and every edit text. We have 3, 2 type, we have that particular subject and then message and then send button. So what we can do, we, instead of putting all those things here, I can put the margin padding, sorry, padding, or we can say that padding top, I want to put 10 dp, padding left I want to put 20 dp, and similarly I want to put the padding right again 20 dp, and I want to put padding bottom 10 dp. So automatically it is coming up here. Okay, or I mean Here I change that particular color for that particular background. Maybe I don't want to change it, doesn't matter. So it will be something like this. It is much more visible, so that's why I'm just trying to shift that one. What else? Again, we need to put an edit text, match parent, but wrap content. And then here, what we can do? We can say hint, subject, and then we can say that hint color, text hint color, and keep it accent. Then we have another edit text, match parent, wrap content, okay, and then we have that particular hint part. Hint is message. Okay, so we have this particular part. Now the point is, after that I can put a button, wrap content, and I put the text, send, and I know that I can move that particular button to the right side. Fine. So I can say that layout underscore gravity is equal to right. It will go to the right. But the point is, I want that this particular thing cover the whole remaining part. So we have a specific property called weight. Layout underscore weight is equal to 1. Okay. So that particular weight property try to cover the whole screen. What does it mean? If I say that I want I want this property here as well. Weight property 1. So look at that. If I try to look at these two items, they try to have a same height. Layout property, if I just say that I want this as 2, so this one, this is 2. So what will happen? It will try to, that height of this message will become double of the height of this one. So we are saying that we are trying to fix the size compared to the other. If we are giving that weight property to the only one item in that particular layout, that will try to cover all the remaining part which are not here. Like when I don't give that particular specific property here, then that particular message which has the weight property, it will try to cover the all remaining part of that particular screen. Is it clear? Again, of course, we can put some margins here if we go into that details. I mean, I put the padding left, padding top, vertical is fine, and then we have gravity is top. Again, here I putting the gravity top. What will happen here? I mean, this message is actually coming in the center. That's what we don't want. So if I say that gravity is, where is top? What's happening? What does it mean? It means the gravity by default is left. So if I increasing it, that particular is coming in the middle, and it is trying to push towards middle and left. When I say gravity top, the gravity of this only this particular widget, that become on the top. So that item always try to go on the top. The default one is left, so top left. Understand? So that is, by default text is left aligned, so it is on the left side. But by default, that particular specific text view is gravity aligned in the center. So we move it to the top. So now that particular message automatically goes to the top. So we have done with that particular layout. But how we can check it? How we can test it? One more thing, I try to add that particular ID here so that I can show you. Again, I just simply type ID, it showed me the option enter. Again it showed me add the date of plus ID. Don't ask me right now, I have already explained you what does it mean. So we give the ID. What is it? So that is actually we are talking about the message. So we can say that message underscore et edit text, whatever you want name. Here you can give the capital letter, no problem. File name of a resource cannot have the capital letter, but ID you can select whatever you want. Is it fine? Now I will show you that where I can find that particular specific property, that R class that we have talked about. So if I go into that particular packages mode, in the this is the package that we have created here, Malay copy apps and blah blah blah. Here we have that R class. So R is a class in which we have defined public, like this is another class, and we can have R dot, and then we also have class ID. And inside the class ID we can find that what we have given, that message. Where is the message? Yeah, look at that. No, I give message underscore et. It should be, I think, at the bottom of that one, integer, ABS, layouts, no. Okay, we can control F. Message underscore et. No? Fine and well. Okay, let me one more thing. Build that particular application. Maybe that's the reason that is not missing here. Look, it's coming. Message underscore et. Because we haven't built it, so that's why it was not created automatically. So it is created automatically. So now that inside that ID class, that particular message underscore, that if I just close it down, this particular name is coming as a, where is that? Public static final int. That's the how we can, final mean it's a constant value, and it has been assigned a unique integer value. For us as a programmer, we can remember it message underscore et, message underscore edit text. But for the Android system, is actually it is represented by a unique integer value. Understand? And similarly, we can also have that class layout. If we look at the layout, what layout we have? Like email layout, activity underscore main. These are the two layouts that we have defined. So it has created those unique IDs here. So again, that is actually a nested class inside this top level class that is called R. Where is R? R class. Understand? So that is where you can find that particular R thing. I switch back to my Android view. Okay, and now if I try to run that particular activity, run that particular project again, it will show me the same one. This is the activity that it will show us. This is the screen. If I go into that particular main activity, and instead of saying this thing, again, how we can do that? R, we are talking about layout dot which activity? You want to use the email activity, or you want to activity your underscore main? I say no, I want to use the layout activity. So we want to test that thing. If I just try to run this particular thing, it will show me my new activity as compared to the other one. At the runtime, it will generate that particular activity and show it on the screen. So we have created a new activity and changed that particular layout with that one. Okay, fine. We can do it on a button click. We click on that particular button and bring me back. Right now we have not implemented anything here. So it can bring me back the previous activity, the previous screen or layout or the other one. Okay. Right now, I think that event handling or the how, I mean, right now I don't want to touch that coding part. So that's why I'm not going to implement that in right now. But that's our classes there are actually represent the resources, all of the resources which exist in the Android system. And they here we are assigning all different attributes, different resources, a unique integer ID. I have shown you the ID. I have shown you that layout resources. So they actually come automatically here, and we are using it. How we can use it? R dot resources. And if we want to use it something here, like we have different resources. So I think that we can use image view, wrap content. Here we have the property source. Source means that which specific source I want to use. But here we use the add layout, add a layout, or add a drawable. Drawable means that here you will have all your resources which are belongs to the images. So if I say that foreground or the background, whatever, so it show me that specific part that Android had. Okay. So here if you want to use a resource, you have to say add the rate of mean it will represent the resources. And if you want to use some resource of the what you can say that layout, then you say add the rate of layout, add the rate drawable, add the rate of whatever that folder name is coming from here. Drawable, layout, map, values, and so on. For example, if I show you something here that not here, I can show you something here like add the rate of string app name. So look at that, it automatically changes. It's a string resource. So when you want to use that resource in the XML file, we will use the add the rate of sign. But when you want to use that resource in the coding file, you always start with r dot whatever that folder name dot. Actually, that represents the nested class inside the R. Okay, so that is what we are working on, and that is end of this particular demo that we are right now working on. Fine, so let me close my video.